Good morning, 5 to 10% ladies and 80 to 90% gentlemen. This is the first time I've done one of these, so I'm going to go cautiously. I have my camera right now set up with a complex series of levers and pulleys, so bear with it. This is just a phone. And I just have to keep telling myself that since I already talk to myself 90% of the day, what's the difference of having a camera recording it while I'm doing so you can witness my insanity. As you see, I'm doing an unboxing video, and this is going to be some stuff that I'm going to be putting up for sale in the shop eventually, probably in small chunks, but and I already know, just as a disclaimer, I already know what this is, and I know what is in here, and I know what's graded as, just so I'm not going to be feigning any shock on the disappointment or otherwise elation that I might have had when finding these out. So without further ado, we're going to get right to the opening video. I don't know how much more of these I can take. We'll do the best I can. Ooh, tuxedo time. Sounds important. Alright, got the prerequisite rubber band. Just gonna lift this up for a second, pull the box out of the way, take off some rubber bands, and set those right there for the moment. Ooh, already see one. Gotta flip it over. Alright, so I'm unfolding my paperwork. Take a look at the list. Alright, so it's going in opposite order. So the first one here we have, rubbing my hands together to get them warm. First one we have here is special. Let's put that right in the camera here. See that okay? The lighting's not the greatest. I'm going to remove the wrapper. We have ourselves a wonderful 8.5 Han Solo with blaster pistol. That came out about what I expected on that one. That one was that's a decent card. That's a decent card. It's in, as you can see, decent shape. We have a little bit of issue right up here at the top, if you can see that. See if the camera can pick it up. Reminding everybody here, complex series of levers and pulleys. I am not in any way using a towel to prop up my camera at the moment. Not at all. There we go. There, see that little edge? Little edge war there. Corners look okay. There's a little bit of white, little bit of white. Overall, better than I expected. I kind of undergraded these a little bit when I sent them in. I didn't expect to get the results that I had. So next up on the list here we have another one from Reflections 2. This is another box topper for the reveal. It is a 9. That one came out about right where I thought it was going to be. As you can see, it's in pretty good shape. Got a little bit of white, a little bit of white. That one's not too shabby, but there is a little bit of white peeking there on the edge. Right on the edging. But otherwise, she's a decent card. Flip that over so you can see the back there better. Back over at the front. 9. That one came out about what I was expecting. This one here came out to be about what I was expecting. This one here is another box topper from Reflections 2. Boom. That is Boba Fett with bad-ass blaster rifle. Oops, I just swore. I gotta do this again. You know what? No, I'm just gonna push through. I'm pushing through. 9.0. As the front face is very good. There's not a lot of bad going on there. Let's take a look at the back here. Let's see what we have going on. Oh, I'm leaving a little bit of heat residue here. It's probably because it's a little humid out today. And I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, a little bit of white on that corner, little tiny speck of white on that corner. Otherwise, these corners look really good. That's real sharp. That turned out well. I'm happy with that. Going on to the next one. Alright, this is from Reflections 2 also. I had a lot of reflections to have done. Light side, Reflections 2. As you can see, I went with a pattern. 9.0. Nice. I was happy with this one. I thought it was going to get a little bit more docked for that little edge up there, but it looked like it did okay. Surface area, not too shabby. Yeah, she looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the back side here. Okay, here we go. Got a couple issues. Little white, little white, little white on the edge there. Little white, little white. Otherwise, surface, there's a little scratch, if you can see it going right there. Little faint little scratch. I don't know if that's going to show up very well on the surface there. Nah, it's not showing up. Anyway, take my word for it. Good condition, little bit of chunk on the top. Not too shabby. I'm happy with the 9 on that one. Alright, here's another one from Reflections 2. It's Dark Side. And since you can probably guess from the theme, we went with Vader with stick, 9.5. This one came back pretty darn good. I was expecting a 9 for this, but I'm happy, very happy with this. So, as you can see, very good condition. Not much going on. There's some of our telltale divoting, that courtesy of Decipher Cards. Let's see if I can bring that in and get a little bit of it right there. Yep, see it on the corner there? Top corner right over here. Yep. Thank you, Decipher. Your cutting was not optimal. But otherwise, look at that back. Little bit of white. Right there at the corner, if you can see it. Little tiny, little bit. There it is. Right there. Other than that, that is a good looking card. Came out very well. Darth Vader with stick. Alright, next up on the list, we have this one here. I knew it had some issues. And we're going to go through the issues on the back here real quick. There is some scratching. This has obviously been rifled through, whether it was factory scratching or not, but there's a little bit up here, a little bit down here, very faintly noticeable, but still looks pretty good. A little bit of white, a little bit of white. We're going to flip it over for the reveal here. We got ourselves a Lord Vader 8.5. This came back better than I expected. I actually thought this one might have been a 7 from all the issues, but I'm very happy with how this turned out. 8.5 for the Lord Vader Shiny. Ooh, look at that shine. Just look at it. Take it all in. Yep. 8.5. Came out well. Next up on the list, we have, this one here is from Reflections 1. I decided since I had a bunch of characters, I might as well get a couple ships in. So this is a ship. And I'm probably, oh, there we go. Yep, we went for big boys. This one came back, if you can see it. We have a foil line. There it is. See that foil line? Not in a terrible place for it, but not in a great place for it. And it's a foil line. But at a 9, I'm happy with this. A little bit of edge wear on this side here. Looks like factory. A little bit of edge wear down here, if you can see it. There it is. Showing up real good. Otherwise, corners on the front, good. Surface on the front, good. Let's take a look at the back here. Back is nice. Back is nice. I am having a hard time finding any white on here. Little tiny, tiny bit right up there. Otherwise, I picked this one out because it was in better condition and it was well centered. So I think it helped it out. We got ourselves a 9 in the Executor. Not bad. Alright, next up, since we're in the theme of ships, this one also from Reflections 1. Just going to go right to it. We got ourselves a 9 and a Falcon. This one had a little bit of centering issues. As you can see, it's a little heavy here on the left side. Other than that, She looks pretty good. When I got this, it had greasy fingerprints on it, which I painstakingly got rid of as much as I could, but it looks like we still had a little bit of surface issues on this. Also, you can see down here on that bottom edge, if I can get a good angle on it. There it is. See that? That right there. Kind of a little bit of an edge wear, but not too shabby. Happy with the 9. Again, back on this one. Having a hard time finding white. Little tiny speck. Couple little specks right there, and a very faint one on these 2 corners. Very good condition card. Happy with the 9. Millennium Falcon. Can't go wrong. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. Here we go with the next one. This was a special one. I wasn't sure what this one was going to get because it had some funky stuff going on that left edge there. Check that out. Yeah. Thank you or actually I should say thank you Bandai for this one. This is Japanese Hoth Rogue One in a 9. This one surprised me, but I'm very, very good. Very, very happy with this. Some corner issues, as we can see right there. I love these SGC plates that they use because it really does help you see all the defects on it with that contrast. It's one of the reasons why I went with SGC versus PSA, who I think the Pokemon people can keep it, frankly, with PSA. Let them have that. I think, honestly, Star Wars cards look so sharp in these SGC cases. SGC should be the official beneficiary of Star Wars collectible card game cards. But that's just my opinion. You can take that for whatever it's worth. But yeah, nice shot. I'm glad. I'm happy with that. That's going to take a while to sell. That one's going to be pricey. Here we go with another one. This one here was another surprise for me. I thought this one was going to grade a 7, but boom. 8.5. Commander Luke. Japanese. Hoth. Not easy to find. Got this lucky out of Reflections 2-pack 25 years ago when the game was still alive, sadly. I should say when the game was officially being released, because it is still very much alive. And as far as I can tell, it's bringing back some old players and a couple new ones here and there, which I'm happy with that. But as you can see there on the edges, bottom and on the left, we have some of that cutter issue going on there. We also have a little bit heavy to the right for centering and a little bit heavy on the bottom, it looks like. But yeah, I graded this one at about a 7 to an 8. I thought maybe it'd have a chance at an 8. 8.5? That one came back as a shock. I was like, ooh, that's close to a 9. That almost made it. Back. As you can see, this one, couple lighting. Better than the Rogue One. Corners look good. There is a little bit of wear right there, and right there. Little tiny bit right there on the side, if you can see it. Yep. Very happy with that card. Very happy. Another one that's going to take a while to sell. Those are going for the most inexpensive of prices these days. And for last but not least, this one here I kind of sent in as my buffer at first. But I knew it had issues. On the back here, we're going to go through the issues real quick. It's got a ding right there, right where my thumb is. See if I can bring that in. See that ding? Bring it in a little closer here. Yeah, look at that ding. She's got a ding. I didn't officially see that first when I first pulled these out and inspected them. But just before I sent these off, I was like, oh, well, you know what? I'm going to put that first and see if that helps some of the cards behind it get a little bit better grade. Because this one's not in the best of shape, but it is in very good shape still. Everything else looks good. A little bit of white, a little bit of white. These two sides, tiny bit of white down here on the side. Right here at the corner. Otherwise, that corner looks very, very good. Here we go. Yep. Another Japanese card from Hoth. Rare one. Oh boy, what the hell is the name of this? I have to look this up. I can't remember. It's in Japanese. You have failed me for the last time. Yeah, he's getting choked. Or he's choking himself. I don't know. Front looks pretty good. Still got some of those Japanese Hoth cutter issues. Both this side and the bottom. Must have been from the same sheet, and their wire or blade might have been getting a little dull. Having some issues, but there we go. Japanese, you have failed me for the last time. Thought it was going to come back maybe a 7, and I got an 8.5. So I'm very happy with this one also. That ding had me worried, but looks like it didn't hurt it too bad. Centering on this is very close, a little bit top heavy, and a little bit heavy to the right hand side here. As you can see again, why I like these SGC slats in there. A little easier to see some of the defects. Anyway, without further ado, that is the show. Hope you all enjoyed it. My very first unboxing video, my very first SGC submission, came back better than I expected. I'm happy with it. And anyone who's interested in these, I will be slowly adding these into my store, and I will be putting a link to that in the description. It is an eBay store at the moment, but we're working on getting ourselves our website ready to roll here. Well, it's going to be a while, but it's on the docket. Anyway, with that, I'm going to leave you all with a dad joke. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing or if I'm going to do another video, but I'm going to tell a dad joke right now, and here we go. Man walks into a bar. There's a horse behind the counter. Horse says, "Surprised to see me here?" Dad says, "Yeah." "Did the cow sell the place?" Anyway, I screwed that up, but that was from the Muppet Show cast album. Have a good day.